Life Care Funding works with seniors and their families to pay for senior care and housing using a life insurance policy they may not need or can no longer afford. Larry was a successful businessman with a strong Midwestern work ethic who was always saving for the future. His business, Chicago Charter Express, provided luxury bus service in the Chicago area and Northwest Indiana. The company owned and operated a fleet of more than 17 deluxe buses and generated over $2 million in annual revenue. He was also a loving, caring father who provided for his family in every way he could.
I was Daddy's little girl, and I thought the world of him.
His daughter Carrie remembers a vibrant man who instilled in his children a strong sense of family, community, and a responsibility to plan for the future. But in 2006, Larry was diagnosed with lung cancer, and 3 years later, brain cancer. Larry's best-laid financial plans were no match for the 1-2 punch of such devastating illnesses.
Never in a million years would I have thought that my father would have been in this position. But in the matter of those 4 years, with not being able to run the business and all the medical expenses, he was broke. Just like that.
Larry's company filed for bankruptcy, and the emotional and financial stress took its toll on both him and his daughter.
When people would come up to him and say, "Hey, Larry, how's the cancer going?" He said, "I can fight the cancer." He said, "But I can't afford to live, and that's worse."
Carrie was determined not to put her father in a nursing home, even though caring for him was becoming increasingly difficult, both physically and financially.
When you have someone that you love, and you can't provide for them, you can't buy their medicine for their brain cancer. We're talking about serious medicines here. You don't sleep much at night because, that's your family member.
Carrie was desperate and began searching the internet for options. That's when she came across a link to Life Care Funding on a website for an assisted living company and called immediately. It was the first step out of the financial abyss.
It changed everything. I am so grateful to Life Care Funding because the stress that my father and I was under was actually worse than his cancer.
Life Care Funding worked with Carrie to convert her father's $250,000 term life insurance policy into a $150,000 life care benefit plan. Carrie and her father then received $10,000 a month for 15 months while preserving a $5,000 funeral benefit. Carrie used the funds to keep her father in his home. She hired a 24-hour private duty home care nurse, purchased a hospital bed with a specialty mattress to prevent bed sores, and paid for medicine not covered by his health insurance.
What Life Care Funding did for me is indescribable. What it did for my father is my father knew that the burden of the finances was becoming mine, and that hurt him so much.
Larry spent the remainder of his life at home, surrounded by the family and friends he loved so much. He had worked all his life to provide for them, and in the end, his daughter was able to repay the favor.
I will never forget what Life Care Funding did for me and my father. By Life Care Funding converting my father's life insurance policy, it gave him dignity to die. It gave me stress-free times with my father before he died. And for that, I could never repay them.
Life Care Funding works with families like Carrie's all across the country every day to pay for senior care by converting their life insurance into a life care benefit plan to remain independent, comfortable, and safe wherever they call home. To learn more about Life Care Funding, visit our website at www.lifecarefunding.com or call 888-670-7773 to speak with a Life Care Funding representative.